Good morning, students. This is Chapter 1 Development, NCRT. The idea of development is very important to understand to further move in the chapter. The term, it means improvement, or it may mean progress for a person, and it varies from person to person. This concept is different from person to person. For example, if I talk about my students, and for one student, his ambition in life is to become a doctor. This is, he will do efforts and he will be on the path of development to achieve that goal. Similarly, if we take the example of a rickshaw puller, for him development is to make both ends meet, to get meals for his family. So if he achieves that, that's his desire and that's his development goal. This is development for him. But development is not only an individual issue. We are also interested to understand the development of a country as a whole. Sometimes we ourselves talk in between us that America is a very developed country. Just we talk like that. India is a developing country. India is still not that developed. So this term is also used in this particular manner, where we are comparing countries. We also compare states on the basis of development, like metropolitan cities. They are very developed. We often talk about it. And we say, yes, Aligarh is a small place, for example. It's not that developed. So, we are actually discussing this progress in these places, the level of facilities they are providing to their people, the kind of living standard they are providing to the public. So this all determine the development. Development is not a phenomena that occurred overnight or in days. It takes years to develop. Whatever a country is now, it depends on the history, it depends on the past. What were the political situations, what were the decisions taken by the government, all the individual efforts, it determined development over a period of time. So it's not something that just suddenly come up. It's much more than that. Next, yes, also if you see the pictures given in your book, like there is a man with a white suit at the top, it's depicting the corporate sector in the country. Then you see at the bottom people engaged in work, they are workers. And here something written, without me they cannot develop in the system, I cannot develop. So this is a rickshaw puller and there is this line written over here, and you can see we need laborers, we need workers to work, and without them nothing can be developed. So we are dependent on the system, on the particular people who are working hard. Now let's move on the next topic on the next page. What development promises different people, different goals? There are so many category of person which are given in the table 1.1. There is landless rural labor. What could be his development goal? It's written over here. He wants work, he wants money, wages, he wants to feed his family, he wants to educate his children. This is what his goal can be. Then next is prosperous farmer from Punjab. In table 1.1, the second category of person. He's a rich farmer. He has all the money, all the food and everything. What is his desire or what is his ambition? It can be like he want to maybe settle down abroad, or maybe he want to send his children to some foreign university to study. So this can be his development goal. Here it is given assured high family income through high support prices for their crops, and this all can also be his development goal. Now you have to do this exercise also. You have to write what a farmer who depend on only rain for growing crops, what can be his development goal. So the farmer, if I would say, his goal can also be to get proper irrigation facilities, for example. Now next is a rural woman from a land owning family. So her family, maybe they are not giving her equal opportunities. So her goal or aspiration can be to remove the gender disparity in the society. Next is urban unemployed youth. For him, employment is his biggest desire or development goal. A boy from a rich urban family, he might want to go to study out of the country. There is a Adivasi from Narmada Valley. This is the last category. For this person, the Narmada Valley, because of the construction of dam, he is displaced from his home. So he wants his home. That can be his desire, his goal. He wants to get back his place. Now you have to fill all these. So this is the task to you. Fill all the options here. And you want to keep in mind, the goal is something which is very important for a person. Now, there are some goals which might conflict with the goal of another person. Like one person's development goal it may not be development for the another person. So it can conflict. For example, as given in your book, there is a girl and she wants the freedom that is given to her brother, and she also wants him to participate, for example, in the household work, and he is not doing that. So this is conflicting with the brother. If this is the sister's goal, it is conflicting with him because he might not be willing to do that. He might not be interested to do the household work, or he might not be willing that her sister should enjoy as much freedom as he is enjoying. So conflict arises over here. One's development goal is conflicting for the other. Similarly, if you talk about a particular dam that has been built in an area for the production of electricity to be used in some industrial area, this is also conflicting with two category of people. The industrialists, they are gaining, they are interested in this, but the people who were living in that area where the dam is now built, they are displaced from their home and they may not like it. They don't want to leave their place. So the benefit of one person is actually causing harm to another person. The bold letters speaks that different persons can have different development goals, and two, what may be development for one may not be development for the other. It may even be destructive for the other. Like in this particular case, this construction of dam for the production of electricity is destruction of home for the people living in that area. So far we covered two important things. One is different people have different development goal. Second is people might have conflicting development goals. If you can see this, a demonstration meeting is here happening against raising the height of Sardar Sarovar Dam on Narmada River. So these are the people who might get impacted with this particular dam, and they are holding a meeting against it. Very relevant to the topic we covered. Now the next topic, income and other goals. We could see that in table 1.1 that we did, some people have income as a goal, as a development goal. The people who are poor, maybe we are talking about landless rural labor. For him money is his development goal, or income is his development goal. They want more income. Along with that, other goals includes the equality in the society, like people who are untouchable in the society, who are facing discrimination in the society. For them, The development goal is to have equal rights, to be treated equally by the society. Women facing gender discrimination, for them, equality is their goal. So, there can be income goal and there can be other goals also. Sometimes equality, freedom, security, these things are much more important than money. Money or material things, as given in your third paragraph, this is something on which we depend. We want to have money, to earn money, so as we can fill our needs. But in life, it is very important that we should have friendship. We must have safety around us. We must have compassion around us. Mental peace is important. Society is important. Family is important. These things we cannot just ignore them. So, not only income is important, but many other aspects in life are very, very important to us. However, we can say that if we look at development for people, for them it may also be so many different goals together that they call development. Like, I may be getting an opportunity to work outside Aligarh. I may get a very good option about it from a very good institute. I must go for, because they are offering me a good money, for example. But money is not only important. I would see whether the place is safe for me, being a woman. I will see whether the transportation is available at that place. Proper means are there to live also. Place where I can stay safely. If I don't find all these factors over there, I may not be interested to move. Like, so we can say we see so many things also in our development. We just don't see only one parameter or one thing. So there are few questions given in the let's work out these. You have to try these questions. Search for the answers. They are there in the topic we have already covered. Next is national development. We should understand that development is a national concept. Just like individuals, the country has also some idea of development. And as given here, different people perceive development as different for the nation. For me, my country is developed if I find it more secure and if I find it more safe for myself. If I can move out at any time of the day, that may be development of a nation for me. For some other person, it depends on the health facilities which are there in the country. For other person, the development of nation may depend on some other parameter. He wants cleanliness in the country. He wants roads to be clean. He wants areas to be better managed by the municipality. So he wants the roads to be clear. For him, this is so different people can be having a different idea of country's development, and maybe my idea conflict with your idea. I may say more dams should be built in the country, and the person who is living in such areas, he say the dams should not be built in areas where people are living. So conflicting notion is also there. Please go through this, let's work out and try to solve it. Next, how to compare different countries or states. Here we are comparing the countries or states on the basis of development. Now, why the different countries, we refer to few countries as developed and to the other country we say that it is developing, or some other country we usually say that it is underdeveloped. It depends on few important characteristics of people living in those countries. We compare that characteristics. So the most important way to do so is on the basis of income. This is most important way which measures the development of countries. If a country has higher income, then it is more developed. For example, national income of US is much more than national income of India. That is why US is more developed. Now, income of a country, what is actually we are talking about here is national income. It is the total income of the entire residents of the country. So we are actually here more concerned with comparing the per capita income or average income. This is calculated when we divide the national income by its population. This criteria is given by World Bank report, by the World Bank. This is known as income criteria also, where the country's per capita income is compared, and we are able to put them into the category of low income, high income, or middle income country. Next is average income. We use average income, but there is one drawback. It hides disparities. For example, there is a table 1.2. You will add all the income and you will divide it by the number of people here. Like 5 people are there, divide by 5. Add all the income of country A, divide by 5. Add all the income of country B and divide by 5. What it gives us? It will be 50,000 divided by 5. It gives us average income of 10,000 each. Country A and country B. Average income is same. But if you see the disparities in country A, mostly people are earning 9,000 to 10,000, in between that, almost 10,200 or 500. But in country B, having the same average income, most of the people, they have only earning of 500. Only person 5 in the country B is having the largest share of income. This disparity is not shown in average income calculation in country A and country B. We are not aware of the different incomes people are having. At the bottom you see a very good picture where country with no rich and no poor, it's country A. For example, almost same level of income. Country B, here you see one person is lying on 4 chairs, so he is having the biggest share of the income, and the 4 people are sitting on 2 chairs earning 500 each. For example, if you give it as an example, so you see the difference in the two countries, which is ignored by the concept of average income. Go through the let's work out given here. Income and other criteria. We also, after the World Bank criteria, using the World Development Report and categorizing the countries on the basis of income, next important way to find out the country which is developed or to talk about a country which is underdeveloped, we use this criteria. Some of the important elements I would like to discuss with you that really gives us an idea about the development. Infant mortality rate given at the bottom of table 1.4. It indicates the number of children die before the age of 1 out of the total 1000 live children born in a particular year. Literacy rate. It is the literate people in the age group 7 above. Net attendance ratio. It is the children in the age group of 14-15 attending the school as per the total number of students in the same age group. These definitions you need to write in your fair copies. Very important. Now, on the basis of this criteria, there are 3 states given here: Haryana, Kerala, Bihar. Their infant mortality is given, their literacy is given, and their net attendance is given. So we have to compare which of the following state has better infant mortality rate, better literacy rate, and better net attendance rate. Infant mortality should be less. It is less in Kerala. Literacy rate is the highest in Kerala. Net attendance ratio is highest in Kerala. So we can just make a comparison on this basis, and in all the 3 states, if you see table 1.3, per capita income is highest in Haryana, but if we see other true picture, we will find out there is better standard of living in this particular state, that is Kerala, even if the income is low. So I would give you another video that would start with your topic of public facilities, so we can further move in the chapter. All right, till now you are able to understand the important topics, which are development. What is development? How different people have different development goals, and what is conflicting development goal. Then how income is also a goal of a person and their other goals, freedom, equality and other things. Then we talked about how goals can be a mix of goals. And then what is national development, how different people think what is national development. Then we compared the different countries on the basis of development by comparing their per capita income. This is the criteria used by World Bank. And then we understand the concept of average income or per capita income. In this particular income and other criteria, we compare these states on the basis of their per capita income, and we also compare these states on the basis of other parameters. The other parameters are giving us idea about the conditions of people in these particular states. So we are going to start public facilities in the next video.